We are live.
We're sort of alive.
Sort of live.
It's a bit hot, really, actually. And not only that, we have a slight problem in that we've lost the mail.
Oh, we can't find the mail.
No.
And we're supposed to have my new hearing aid.
I know, we were
What
quite
the hell is
excited.
this? Oh, that's the other microphone.
Yes.
Well, we don't have pasta here to worry about. That's the longest goddamn microphone cord I've ever seen.
I know.
But let's get it up off the floor, certainly.
So we don't trip on it. So, yeah. I've,
Okay.
It's a bit interesting. We'll have to make it up as we're going along.
Well,
What did you do today?
today we took the trash.
Yes, you did.
Well, Janine cleaned out my car. That's the biggest news.
How many number plates did she find?
7.
7?
Yeah,
Oh, I told her
that's
she'd
a-
find 5.
Yeah, there were quite a few number plates in there.
Excellent.
I don't know how and why. And there's a cardboard. Somebody else has a cardboard one someplace.
Cool.
I think that goes on the trailer with the sides. It needs straightening out. It's just terrible. It's just terrible.
Well, that's why Janine's back for a month.
Right. A month she's back for?
No, I didn't say that.
Oh. Anyway.
I don't know how long she's back for.
We did that. She cleaned out the car right down here in the driveway, and it was terrible. It really was bad.
Yeah.
Because somebody killed a pillow.
Oh, I know.
And Janine said it looks like somebody's killed a bird in here because it was full of feathers.
I know.
And I mean big feathers.
They were lovely
They're all
feathers.
over the place. They're all over the driveway. They're all over everything. Anyway, we got that done. And then we took it over. I called, and the guy said, yes, we're open now, but you better come quickly. That's the dump.
At the transfer station.
Transfer station.
Yeah, in Georgetown.
In Georgetown,
Yeah.
on 133.
Yep.
And so with that, Janine orders coffee over in Rowley, which is a little bit different direction.
Just a touch.
And we don't have this mess tied down either, but it was wet.
Yes.
So we didn't think it was going to blow, but we couldn't go very fast. So we had to go slow. Go over and get some coffee before she'll talk to anybody, really, and then...
Well, that's safest, really.
Yeah,
Safety first.
yeah. So then we went over to the transfer station.
Mm-hmm.
Janine is accurate. I have to hand her. She's accurate and she's thorough.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pain in the ass sometimes, but she is accurate and she's thorough. We went in the thing, and she said, I have one air conditioner in there. She had to take to a different place,
Mm-hmm.
dump that, and then we dumped this, and got everything out of it, and the thing was totally empty, so we went and got hay.
She's very thorough with her recycling.
Yeah, she is.
She's very good with recycling.
Yes, and she'll hound you if you're not.
Yes.
Yes, at any rate, so we went and got hay. That took a while. Got the hay on board, and then I came back by way of the Newburyport Senior Center.
Mm-hmm.
And I stopped in to see whether they would like to have us come by with a horse. And they, of course, said yes, but I'd have to talk to Mary. Judy's got to talk to Mary. And then we went over to Avita, and she was thrilled.
Mm-hmm.
She was thrilled that we were there because she had all these people in a room. I don't know what they were doing, but it didn't seem like they were doing anything. And she said, can't you bring the dogs in? I said, sure, what the hell? So I brought the dogs in with Wanda and Janine. And it was Janine's first time kind of doing a job like that. And it was interesting. She put Wanda in this one woman's lap. She's 104 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And we did a good job on the spur of the moment. We did a good job anyway. But
Is that the lady that said good dog to Wanda?
I don't know.
And she hadn't spoken for 2 years.
I wasn't in on that part.
She's a stunner, is Wanda.
I don't know that one.
She's a good dog.
She's a good dog.
She's a good dog. She
She's a
is.
good dog. So then we got out of there. We came back and I fell asleep, and that's all I know.
So you remember.
That's all I know. I had a good nap, boy, I'll tell you.
Well, you know what? There's nothing better than a good nap, to be quite honest
know.
with you.
I don't think I had any food. Oh, I had a leftover piece of scrod somewhere along the line.
Did Janine not go shopping yesterday?
She did, but she doesn't buy very exciting things. Buy raw carrots or something, you know? I think there's a beef pie in there, which probably should be in the oven.
Oh.
Because it may take 45 minutes. Could you put it in the oven?
I can. 45 minutes, are you sure? No, it'll go quicker in the toaster oven.
Yeah.
It'll be fine. We can sort that out. Do
I
you know?
didn't get it out. It's sitting in there.
Do you know when Janine and I go travelling down to Pennsylvania? You know, when we go down to the auctions, Nick always says to me, so do you just eat fast food non-stop? I'm like, no, we go and we get salad, Nick. And he's like, you do not? And I'm like, yes, we do.
I believe it.
I said, I actually don't come back feeling ill because I've eaten fast food all the time.
Yeah.
We may sort of down about 6 coffees, but we're on the good food. It's
So you don't think we ought to take it out of the refrigerator?
Oh, you hold that a minute. Don't let those scroll through. Don't press any buttons.
It flipped over by itself. I didn't
What?
touch it. It's moving.
I think you touched it. Whoa, it's just one of these wee small ones.
Yeah.
Can I do it in the toaster oven? Oh, you don't have an oven. It's one in the toaster oven.
I don't know. This whole thing is flipping around here.
Right, don't touch it.
Don't touch it.
No,
I better not.
don't even look at it. Because it does odd things. Oh my god.
Well, isn't that strange?
Temperate. Oh my. I can't believe you're asking me to do this. I'm useless with these bloody things.
Huh.
Oh my god. Menu.
Very strange. Very strange.
Why is it not on?
So I didn't make any progress today. But I think we have proven that there's a definite need for entertainment, which we can provide, God knows. One of the places up there wanted to throw a carnival, and she said she was all excited because she was trying to locate somebody to bring one of those miniature horses. I said, don't struggle anymore. We got miniature horses, we got miniature donkeys, we got a miniature cow, a zebu. I said, we can fill you up. So all I need to do that. Now here we go with maybe the fun. I need to get some of that hog fencing, it's called. It's made with 1/4-inch wire, which is heavy duty, and it is welded. But the bottom sections are only about 2 inches wide, and it graduates up to about 6 inches at the top being about 3 foot high. And it comes in 16-foot lengths. So what I have done in the past is to cut out 8 foot and 7 foot, gives you a piece in the middle, and then paint it red or something. And I used that for years. All you do is snap it together with a double-ended snap, and you're all set.
Do we need to paint it?
Huh?
Do we need to paint it?
Don't need to, but it is nice. If you don't, it rusts all over the place.
Right. Do you have a coffee in the morning? You do have a coffee in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
You have caramel in your coffee.
Yeah?
That's a dessert.
Yeah? Is that the problem?
No? Not at all. Janine always makes me giggle because when she goes into Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks and she gets her coffee and she says, I'll have skimmed milk with that and I'll have 2 sugars, please. And then she goes into the car and she takes the lid off the coffee and she gets out her little sachets of sugar and she's got about another 3 and she tips them in.
Oh, that's a fake sugar, though, isn't it?
I don't know what it is. And I said to her, why don't you just get them to put the coffee in the store? She says, I don't want them to think I'm drinking that much sugar. I'm like, okay.
Okay.
Oh, dearie me. So I put that in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you did put it in.
I did put it in.
Oh, good.
So it better work. I better not burn it.
don't know.
I've got previous with these toaster ovens, they go really fast.
Really?
Yeah, I suppose it's just, they're closer to
Oh,
the
you're
elements.
supposed to have a fan in
Yeah,
there. Yeah.
and they're a far smaller size than ovens. I can get myself into trouble with one of those.
online said that their mother used to bake all their bread on their wood stove. And I lost track of who said that. But I would like to have somebody tell me exactly how they did that, because I know that it's possible.
Inside or on top?
What?
The wood stove.
The wood stove. I think inside. But I think there's a way of regulating the heat in that thing by opening and shutting certain vents and things, and I can only get the oven part up to about 250 degrees. There's got to be a way of getting it hotter than that.
I cook bread at 500.
You cook bread at 500?
Yeah.
I'm never going to get the stove up to
No,
500.
but I also use a Dutch oven.
Huh?
A Dutch oven, you know, a
Yeah.
cast iron pot.
Yeah.
And I think that you put that into preheat, and then if you're really brave, you can take the lid off, as long as you don't mind your fingers getting burnt. Do you know, here's someone's mother, this is Jin's mother, and she drank her coffee with Ben & Jerry's vanilla ice cream. That sounds quite nice.
There we go.
That's something else
Stop
to try out.
around here.
We could have quite exotic morning coffees.
Yes.
And Fugan says, happy birthday, Larky.
It's Larky's birthday.
I wouldn't know. But
I think Janine said that
As
when
well.
we were in the nursing home.
Oh, what age is he? 4 then?
I don't know. 3.
What? 3?
I don't know.
Cool. Happy birthday. Well, Larky is outside having a malarkey, isn't he? He's way down there with Sizzle. Mm-hmm. Yep.
There's a chipmunk or something down there.
There is in the wood pile.
Yeah,
Keeps them really happy.
it does.
They were also having a conversation. There's a little dog that must live further down the hill.
Yeah.
And the little dog was barking like crazy.
Yeah.
So it was the whole doggy communication.
Yeah.
But it's before 10 o'clock, so it's fine.
Those people wouldn't mind.
Now, apparently he's 2 years old. Is he only 2?
What?
Is he only 2? Somebody here says
He's not
he's
very
2.
old, I didn't think.
Gosh. Wow. So Hilda says her grandmother used to bake everything inside her wood oven.
Is her grandmother still alive?
I think
Can we get a few directions from this woman?
No. It's not that we don't have mail. It's just we think Janine...
We can't find it.
We can't find it. We think Janine picked up the mail. Well, Janine said she was picking up the mail. And then she was going to come to mail call, but Bixby has a boo-boo. Bixby's always got boo-boos.
What's the matter with Bixby?
You just have to look at him the wrong way and he goes, ow.
Oh.
Yeah. He runs around in the paddock and sometimes he gets a bit over-enthusiastic.
Mm. So we all.
Yes. So Janine, we think, has got the mail. So
we just don't have Janine.
We just don't have Janine, which is a bit inconvenient, really. So because she's tending to Bixby. Oh, he's 3 years. Larky's 3.
That's what that person said.
Yes.
Keep going. You'll
Keep
think
going.
of some
I'll
more
keep going.
opinions.
No, Larky is 3. Jiminy is 4 on Sunday.
Oh.
Gosh.
Oh.
Well, that's a good idea. You could Google the instructions for the stove.
Mm-hmm.
Have you got one of those thermometers with the probe inside that reads the temperature and tells you outside what you're at?
The little window that you put the thing in, you can see in the window.
Yeah.
No, I have one that sits in there, but I don't get anywhere near 500 degrees.
Hmm. You might be causing more problems if you can't get it elevated a bit. What you burn in it? What kind of wood?
Wood.
What kind?
Wood.
Because some of it burns hotter than others.
I know. I got all kinds of wood.
Hmm. Yeah. Well, that's a bit tricky, isn't it?
I don't know whether you can put coal in that stove either.
If it's a dual purpose one.
Well, some of them are, but otherwise that's how you melt steels with coal.
Yeah, I do.
So
we don't need that.
We don't want to get too enthusiastic about that.
Not Linda, sorry. Hilda says you just keep an eye on it. Bread doesn't take long to bake. And hardwood, and I knew it was hardwood, I just wasn't sure what, burns hotter.
Yeah, I have hardwood.
I think we've got so much in the way of wood. Yeah, let Larky chew in the microphone. He'll get it fixed quickly enough.
Right.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
What is the red light over there?
Oh, I don't know.
Huh?
I think it's just for the box. It's for the volume box, but the actual microphone itself is not on because it's we're not 100% sure.
Whatever.
Yeah, it's beyond me, I'm afraid to say. Does it feel a bit beyond you as well, the microphones?
Yes.
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 So it's another. And have you seen people cooking bread in the ground?
And what?
In the ground.
Really?
Yeah, so they dig a hole and then they put hot coals in it.
Yeah.
And then they put the container with the bread in it and then they put soil over the top. But that's a bit labour intensive.
Not
Yeah.
around here, I
No,
mean.
no.
There's about 6 inches of urine or something.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
That's one of those flavoured breads.
Right.
Very expensive. Yeah. No.
Well, that Indian naan, that's done in a fry pan, isn't it?
No, they do it in a tandoor. And a tandoor is like a terracotta thing that comes up. It's about that high, and it's got hot coals in the bottom, and they get the naan ready, and then it's wild. They lean in and they slap it on the side.
Really?
Oh, it cooks, and then they lean back in and take it back out. That's a recipe for disaster. Can you?
Not going to do that way.
No. Can you imagine?
That'd be bad.
We'd have a. Oh my gosh. Yes. Yeah. We think we're not 100% sure. Kate's fiance, who's Stefano, who is our IT expert, thank goodness, along with Janine, I must say. He said that we either need to buy a new microphone or there's a volume limiter on YouTube that's stopping our existing microphone reaching the volume that we need to be able to pick up and broadcast. So I'm sure Janine will be able to look at to see whether or not it's a limit on the microphone or whether or not we need to buy another microphone, at which point we'll sort out another microphone.
We're working on it.
I know. Oh my golly. Oh, this lady Hilda, I have a recipe for baked in a Dutch oven at high temperature. Ooh, she makes her own butter as well.
What?
This lady who bakes the bread also makes her own butter.
Oh my. I've done that. Though.
I know.
I've done that. When the kids were little, we had a brown cow that gave awfully rich.
Was it a Jersey cow?
Gave awfully rich milk. And so we used to take the top of the milk and then put it in a jar and then watch television and just sit there like this. And after about a few minutes, you had butter.
And then you said, Janine, away out and go and move some of that hay. Keep those muscles going.
Yeah.
So we're asking for a Momo update. So she's doing exceptionally well.
There you go.
And is back to nonsense. And I took her into her paddock last night about 9:30. She'd been inside because the flies are bad and she doesn't like them. So she'd been in the barn on the other farm till about 9:30, and she had her dinner and she was all ready to go back out. So she and I, in the dark, are traipsing across the courtyard, and I took her in and put her in the side gate, and all I heard was the hooves coming in the dark. It's Chester. He's like, oh, thank God you're here. I thought I was left with alpacas. And of course, he came up, you know what he's like? He skidded to a halt, and she went, and I'm like, there you go. Excellent job, Chester.
Oh, God.
So she is doing just fine, and I'm absolutely delighted. So she's looking, she's back to fine fettle and attitude. That's all we need. Oh my gosh. Somebody said, I have seen in hotter areas people baking bread in the mailbox.
Really?
Maybe that's where our mail's gone. We've
Unbelievable.
incinerated it.
Yeah.
Oh,
The car gets hot, that's for sure.
God, I know. Nancy says, how long does it take to bake bread at 350? Ooh,
Long time.
a long time, yes. Although I suppose you can just keep at it. And Pasa is doing just fine. He is learning to, he's just adapting to different situations. He lives by himself at night time. He's living with, he spends his time mainly on his own, which is good because that's not an experience he's really had before. He spends quite a lot of time sleeping. That will come as no surprise to you.
Sleeping?
Sleeps.
Oh, sleeping,
Yeah.
yeah.
And he also has 2 neighbouring dogs, so he's
Yeah.
still got dog interaction, which is super. So we'll wait and see.
Are her parents back yet?
Yes.
And they didn't throw her out yet?
No, everybody's all happy at the moment. So he's doing well, pretty confident. He's just such a nice wee dog, isn't he?
He's a nice dog.
He is a nice dog. Yes, and a lot of people have bread making machines. The only problem with a bread making machine is you get the big paddle hole in the bottom.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so when you slice it, you've got this great big, where the paddle that's
I've made an awful lot of bread in my life.
Have you ever made sourdough bread?
No?
No. I'm an expert at that. I kill the sourdough, honestly.
Really?
My sourdough would kill people. I don't know what I do to it. Apparently it's like plants. I suppose it's a mold you're growing.
Yeah.
Well, I can kill plants and I can kill sourdough starter. Excellent job, me. Mine smells like I've got a still going on. It just smells so acidic and alcoholic, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And then it goes pink. And apparently that's not supposed to happen. I don't know what I do to it. So if I ever say, do you want to try my sourdough? Say, that'll be a hard no.
Right?
Yep.
I don't know what the hell she said.
I said, don't eat my sourdough,
I won't
whatever
do
you
it.
do. Oh. Carlene, what did your parents do for a living?
What did my parents do for a living?
I'm going to check the pie. You go.
Okay. My father sold heavy equipment, farm equipment, and that got him out of the war because he was considered in the food chain. But he was always inventing things too. He did not have, I'm not too sure he had a high school education or even grade school, but anyway, he's a bright guy. Mother graduated from Vassar College with a degree in social services, I believe it was, and she worked in New York City for a while, and then she didn't work. She was a homekeeper, and she was a good homekeeper. We sat down to a 3-course meal every night. Appetizer, dinner, and dessert. And the table was set, and we cleaned it, and we washed the dishes by hand and put them back on the shelf. You know, the whole 9 yards. But she was a chemical cook. She cooked by chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
And she was a good cook. But she was all organized. She had a loose leaf, you know, the loose leaf nose about that wide, with a spiral at the top.
Mm-hmm.
She kept track of everybody she had for dinner, what they had, what they liked, and what they didn't like. She had that going back years, because they had company almost every Saturday night, and she would cook.
That's a big job.
Big job, and she made a big dinner for Sundays, and we always went to church. That's why you had a roast on Sunday, because she put the roast in and we'd go to church.
Yes.
She was hard, you know. Yeah, she worked at the whole project.
Well, it's a real job, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it is a job. 3 kids, etc. 2 and me.
And if you've got Franny,
Franny.
is anyone else?
My older sister died
Right.
of breast cancer.
So just you and Franny now.
Yes.
So This lady, now Fernanda's in Spain, she grew up with her mother making butter after boiling milk straight from the cows.
Boiling the milk straight from the cow.
Yeah, I didn't know that you boiled. Maybe that's just a different way to do it.
Don't know about that process.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. Yes. I'm actually the eldest of my family.
Many.
I have a brother and a sister.
Oh.
And there's 6 years between my brother and I. He's younger. I'm the eldest, obviously. So there's 6 years between my brother and I, and 12 years between my sister and I.
Wow.
Yeah, that's quite a gap. Carly is down with Kate, and they are dealing with the hay with Mike.
Mike. Oh, good.
Yes.
Okay.
So the hay is going to be stored, and we've got to get that done as quickly as possible.
Maybe I could get my car unhooked.
Why would you want your car back? Yes.
I haven't had a car in almost a week now.
Is that right?
Well, yeah.
Thank goodness you've got a golf cart.
I know.
And the weather's been good.
Weather's been fine.
Yes. Oh. Gosh. Right. What's in the oven? What is in the oven?
That's a beef pie.
Beef pie.
Tiny. I can't imagine there's anything in it, but what the hell would try?
Oh, but isn't the pastry the best part? Really?
I don't
Oh,
know.
I love the pastry.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I gotta stop eating too many desserts though, because I've gained weight again. I was down. I'm up to 102. I was 196 pounds a couple of weeks ago, and then you
Right.
started bringing in ice cream.
Ice cream's not a good start, is it?
No, because it just starts you wanting more ice cream.
Yeah. It's the sugar, because you
Oh,
get
I'm a sugar.
you get addicted to the sugar.
I'm addicted to sugar.
Yeah, I know.
I know that already.
Yeah. Exactly.
I can't imagine coffee without it. Ugh.
Well, you see, and it's really funny because I don't have sugar in my coffee or my tea at all. But that's the way I was brought up.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't.
I was
Sugar and everything.
I was so excited when I came over here, and I was like, I'm going to go to a Dunkin' Donuts because Dunkin' Donuts is so American. And I was like, so I said, could I just have a coffee? And I'd like, and I was just having half and half in it. And I said, it's not sweetened, is it? And they went, no. And I don't know what the sweetener was. And I was like, I said, Nick, I said, did you get the unsweetened coffee? And he went, no. So we swapped coffees, and I said, neither of these had sugar in them. And he went, why is it sweet? And I don't know what it was, but it's probably just a difference in palate. You know, you pick up different things. I was like, whoa, I've been shocked ever since. Oh dear. Yeah, churning butter, that's a big job. And it is right, churning butter sometimes just doesn't work for you. And I don't know why it doesn't work. Sometimes it takes so long to separate butter. You know, from the you know when you sit and you churn it and you churn it and churn it. Some days it separates really quite easily. And other days, and I don't know if it's an atmospheric
No, I think
pressure
you don't
thing.
have enough butter
Butterfat.
fat
Right.
in the thing.
Yeah, well that...
Wrong cow.
Wrong cow. You had a bad cow that day.
Bad day. Yep.
Yeah, see this lady saying you had a Sunday roast every Sunday and you could smell it from the back porch.
Yeah.
They were lovely. And then you had it on a Monday with gravy,
Yeah.
whatever was left over. That was nice. Oh dear.
Well, she froze all our stuff.
Uh-huh.
We had a commercial freezer before you had a freezer at home.
Yeah.
We rented a freezer at a place. You went down and you put on a dirty old jacket that belonged to everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
And then we went down inside this huge building, and we had what was ours.
Wow.
And she packaged all our vegetables in little white bags.
And kept them there?
Oh yeah.
That's amazing.
Oh yeah. And then she did all our jellies and jams and relishes.
And chick pie.
and things like that. She worked hard.
It's going.
What?
It's going, it's fine. Haven't killed it yet.
I can't hear a thing they're saying.
I haven't killed it yet.
Oh, okay.
Which is good. Yeah, you see, these are dying skills though, aren't they?
Huh?
Dying skills that people
Yes.
are beginning to revive.
Yes. When it came to arguing over things in the house when we broke up my mother's house, the first thing taken was my mother's recipe book, recipe file. And Gwen has it.
Does she?
Yeah.
Does she use it?
She makes stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh my goodness. Somebody has Baileys in their coffee. There you are.
Well, that's not a bad idea either.
Probably not first thing in the morning. Maybe the second coffee of the day.
Why wouldn't the heat get rid of the alcohol?
Alcohol. I think it's hot enough to get rid of the
I don't
alcohol.
know.
We
It's
could
worth
try it.
It's worth a try.
Oh, yeah, we could give it a wee shot, see how it goes. Yeah, and that's another thing that is becoming very popular. A lot of these markets are springing up that have got pre-made meals. You know, like the farmers' markets
Oh, yeah.
you can go to.
Of course I know.
Yeah,
That's what
a
I'm
nice-
living on.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Is Janine planning on moving the barn camera? Not that I'm aware
No,
of.
that I'm aware of.
No, not that we know.
Yeah.
But what do we know?
We don't know too
We
much.
don't know. If it is, it'll be a surprise to us too.
Right.
No, there are not sounds yet, but we are working on it. Yes, you used to do a lot of microwave meals, didn't you?
I used to, yeah. I put up meals.
Yeah.
I've tried most anything to get out of cooking.
It takes up so much time and clean up.
Yeah.
It's and especially when you're just making a small amount. You make a heck of a mess getting one meal,
Yeah.
don't you?
Well, that's why I'm going to get into this Sunday stew business. That seems to work.
And do you for a few days.
Yeah, I'm good for and a lot of people take it.
Yeah.
Like Bud went out of here with, I think, 3 days worth of Sunday stew.
Well, I'm glad you clarified that, Barbara. Barbara sleeps in and she doesn't have her first coffee until about midday with her Baileys.
I see.
Okay, so it's not a breakfast coffee at 5. Otherwise, you'd be sleeping until midday, I think. The house dogs, we have Jiminy on the futon over here, and the other two are outside,
Are they still chasing the one?
harassing the chipmunk.
I
Yeah.
think probably. She's going away to find them. There's a stump at the bottom of the hill. Here, he's going to go out and check on them. What's happening?
Hello.
Where the hell that?
Well, there you go. They were all in the house.
The what?
They were all in the house.
That's what I said. It just ran out there.
I know. I was like, hang on a minute. I was like, I've lost them. No, they must have been in your room. Did they come from your room direction? Yeah.
I was watching here, and I couldn't figure out where he came from. He
No.
hasn't come back then, has he?
No, he's just outside there.
Oh.
He's fine. But we've definitely got 3, which
There we
is
go.
good.
Ah, there he is. There's
Hello.
Larky. Hi, Larky.
He's
Oh,
a
a
good
good
boy.
boy. Are you good boy? Is he good boy? Is he very, very, very pretty? Okay, hold you by the ear. He's a good boy.
My husband does that with his Great Dane, and the dog just comes over and he stands there and he
Yeah.
presents his head, and you have to sit there and go with his ears. It's a pest. That's Arlo.
Plump. Here we
Oh
go.
yes, I've heard of those frozen meals. I think my children have actually had them. Stoffers.
Stouffered,
Yeah,
yeah.
they're good.
Yeah.
Oh, and a nice lasagna. They do make a nice lasagna.
Yeah.
Stouffer's. Well, there he is on his birthday. You have to call him over and give him. It's his birthday. His.
No, let's leave him alone.
Right.
We don't know. They got the top off the food.
Oh, right. So they're not having anything else.
They're not having anything more.
Yeah.
You know, I used to feed my animals that way.
Mm-hmm.
I had a wash tub in the door of the barn, and I just tip in 50 pounds of dog food, and everybody ate it.
Yep.
The chickens, the rooster, the dogs, they ate all they wanted and they quit. They ate back and eat some more, and when the thing was empty, I tip in another bag.
How many bags did you go through a day?
Not a day, no. It was, you know, every 4 or 5 days. I don't know.
Well, I always find it amazing. You know the people that have their dogs and they can feed them. They just leave the bowl of food on the floor and the dogs go back and forward.
That's exactly what we were doing.
Yeah,
It's possible.
Mine wouldn't. Mine would be like, ooh,
They do that once, and then they just...
and then they're ill.
No,
No?
they smooth out.
Do they?
They'll have diarrhea maybe the first day. a little
Oh,
bit.
great.
But no, it's almost worth it because you don't have to feed them. You know?
Yeah,
You just-
exactly. Because that takes a long time to get them
Yeah.
all organised, doesn't it?
Yeah, I had no trouble. I had healthy dogs.
Yeah.
I've always fed Purina.
Mhm.
I did at that point feed Purina dog chow, which is their lowest, whatever. And only somewhere along the line did somebody say, the coats will look better if you come up a little bit. So that's when I got into Pro Plan.
Right.
But I've always fed Purina.
So it's Pro Plan that you use.
Pro Plan.
Pro Plan. And yes, there is. The
Are we
birth-
done yet?
I'm coming. I'm scrolling. Ooh. And somebody loved your yuppie puppy. You've still got that though, haven't
It's
you?
in there.
Yeah. Ooh. Somebody said Ipswich might offer Meals on Wheels.
I know. I'm not sure I have enough nerve.
And Costco apparently. Well, you're banned from Costco. You can't go and get their lovely lasagna.
No, they have. I'm not banned.
Oh, you're not banned.
No, I just got thrown out that day.
Oh, right, they let you back in.
Oh yeah, have to go slower.
They've got a speed limit for you.
Yeah, right.
Oh dear. Yeah, they graze. Some people's dogs graze. They go back and forward and eat. Yeah. So I think that is us. So we're having. Well, you're having beef. What's it called? Beef pie
Yeah,
for dinner.
yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Yes, and that's us all organised. And the mail will appear for Monday.
Oh, this is Friday?
Yes, I hope so. Hang on.
Oh my.
It's fine because we are actually. Oh my gosh! In fact, I don't know why I'm sitting blathering on. Do you know where Janine, Pam, and I are going this evening?
Someplace.
We're going to do a course on canine and feline
Oh, that's right.
CPR, fight intervention, and general wellness and dog and cat care. There you go. We're going to be absolute experts by 9 o'clock.
Somebody told me today that they've tried this spoon feeding with a cat and it works.
Really?
I'd like to see somebody try it more.
Would you like us to get you a cat?
No,
Okay.
get somebody to try it.
I don't know anybody with a cat. That might come as a surprise. Okie dokie, so that's us. We're all set for the
Is this ready?
weekend.
Is this going to have beef pie on it or no?
Yes, it is.
Is it ready?
But, you know, I don't know, but you can put your finger in the middle and check it's not cold.
Oh,
I bring it. You can.
I'll go out of my room.
Okay.
I don't want to do this here.
Okay, right. So have a
All
good
right.
weekend, everyone. And
Yes, and we'll see you around.
yes.
Bye.